here we are, and this is quite a unique opportunity for yourself and I think me because I've never interviewed you before. It's normally Darren who's fronting the band, and now here I am talking to you. How does that make you feel?
Well, I don't normally have a face or a voice.
I want to know more about that. It's a very interesting place to start off. Do you reckon that the clown ought not to have a voice which is refined? Why is that?
The idea of the clown was just to sort of, I don't know, just be this sort of mysterious kind of entity, someone that it could be anyone, could be everyone. He's the guy that takes selfies. He's the guy that has lots of beers as medication to get him away from his boring corporate life, which incidentally I've been doing all day. You wouldn't even understand how corporate my life has been today. So I'm basically a lawyer. What? And, some of the clients today are like the most corporate clients you could think of. But so I was just glad to get involved with this with Darren because he had all the creativity and the ideas with this. All we do is we just hold a mirror up, I reckon, to the audience. We just go. I think one thing we really want to say is that like we're never mocking the audience. We're mocking all of us and what we do and those everyday life, commute to work, taking selfies, all of that. It's just for me, it's been like a release valve.
The confusion is part of the fun. Like I'll watch you guys and I'll see people interacting with, each other, and they're thinking, "What's this? I don't know what this is," but they're still in the room. They're still compelled.
We're kind of a weird setup. We kind of dress up and we wear masks, and the songs are pretty hard hitting, but kind of understood. But I think there's elements of us where people are just like, what is that? What do those lyrics really mean? Or why is this clown coming out and coming close to me and I don't know, handing me a piece of paper that says, "I hate your face." I pulled it up and I took it out. You see me, I'm like, I took it out to this girl. I think she was a goth. She seemed like a really nice person. But I handed it to her, and she looked at this. And the thing is, I then just go off and do my own thing after. And apparently, she walked out. And Darren said to me after, he said, "You realise you made that girl walk out?" And it's always a tricky one because I've got nothing against her. She's come to see us. We love having her there as part of the audience. But it's almost like, and that's it. Never take it personally. It's almost like it's just like the crazy world we live in. Like Twitter, Facebook, people send these messages out there, and I just had this crazy thought. I was just going to do that and see what the reaction was. And I didn't want to make her walk out, but she did. I feel bad.
If someone's walking around with a weird clown mask on and they're clearly taking the piss, then ultimately, if they're handing out notes, it can't be because you actually hate her face. I'm sure you didn't think, "I hate that person's face, I better write this down." That would be different, So let's clear that up now.
I haven't put a note out since.
Yay! Goths 1, Legpuppy 0. So you're looking out for the in crowd. Can I ask you another question? Of course I can. We've already asked you one. If you look at the lineage of your type of archetype, you've got Bez from the Happy Mondays, you've got Leroy from the Prodigy. Do you feel like you're carrying on the tradition where you are treated as an equal member of the band, even though you're not actually adding a musical element to the show?
But in terms of those people, like Leroy from the Prodigy, it's funny you should say that. First gig I went to, which is a mad gig to go to, was seeing Prodigy. It must have been like 96 or 7 at Battersea Power Station. My main thing was just trying to survive because like the air there we were quite short. I was like 15 or something. And like there was these big guys around us like going absolutely crazy. So we were kind of there on sort of survival mode in a way. But it was brilliant. The bass was absolutely thumping. But yeah, like Leroy is like, the way I saw it was he was just in the moment doing his own thing.
I saw a video with Leroy and he was talking about how he was consulted quite a lot by Liam Howlett regarding the music, and I found that quite a strange dichotomy, because even though I can see he's really, respected by the band, he didn't really think of himself as a musician. Yet they're asking Leroy if it's something that he wants to dance to. Do you see some flip of this in the future? Would you like to have a bit more control over the music?
I think if I really wanted to say to Darren, look, I think we should do something like this, or I think we should put this in, he would definitely look at it. He would have a good look at it and consider how we could do it. He would have some ideas. The thing is, because we've known each other like 10 years or something, we think about the same things like annoy us in society, like selfie sticks, like commute, like the fact that everyone, is self-medicating on meds and beer and stuff.
Your best song?
I like that song. Do you know anyone?
My favourite one.
Do you know the person who did the video? Don't know if you do. But we got a tune out at the moment called Kinky Emoji, which for whatever reason, I really just love it. Like, honestly, it is one of my top tunes. It's all about that freaky, kinky kind of like club vibe as well, which like I might have stepped into once or twice, and I'm sure Darren's definitely got something to say about that kind of scene as well. But I just love that. Yeah, so we link up quite well, and like we got similar ideas.
Yeah, I mean, who knows, maybe it's part of your future to try and like take over the band a bit, because now, I mean, if you think about it, Back of the Land, it was all Keith Flint with his fire starter, and Maxim with his Beetle, so
there'll be no taking over.
You heard it here first, Rise the Clown. He just basically he locks Darren away and ties him up in the basement, just records the whole album. That could be the concept that you do.
You never know what we could create, but a couple of things.
Indeed.
Nothing over anything, but also the clown. We've had the clown. The clown's been great. We're always looking to new things. Who knows? There could be some new character. We just don't know. We want to mix it up.
You and Darren keep hinting that you're going to kill off the clown. I feel like I'm in the Hammersmith Palais watching Bowie tell me that Ziggy's dead. Don't do this, right? If the clown goes, I go.
The clown's been out there for a while now, and when we perform in London, people see us. We have some people that see us more than once. We have fresh fans all the time, luckily, because we're in lineups with other bands, and they get to see us as well. We wouldn't want it to become stale. I wouldn't necessarily want to ever get bored of it. So if it came to a point where basically, and it could happen soon, I felt bored of it. Maybe Darren thought there was a new idea as well that we could explore. Maybe we thought that the audience rightfully could have something new and fresh, something that could surprise them again, freak them out again. Could be something else. Then we might do it.
Okay, I look forward to that day. I unfortunately have more questions for you, but we haven't got the time. So you have to go back to lockdown now.
That's all.
Go back to Netflix or whatever it is you were doing, and wish yourself a happy day, because it's been great talking to you. Thank you, Simon.
You too, as always. See you, dude.